Welcome to the Crack House Chronicles. What's going on, Dale?
What's happening, man?
Man, we got a special episode tonight.
Woo-wee!
Man, we have some stuff come down the pipe today.
Yeah, shockingly and surprisingly, here it is.
Yeah, this is February the 18th.
It is.
2025. And man, it just happened as of this recording just a couple hours ago.
Yeah. That's why I feel like we're way behind, but it's only been like 2 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe 3.
It's crazy. But what happened was just a little bit of background and a little bit of backstory on what's happening. You know, back in September, there was a search warrant issued on the Dedmon property, the Roy Lee Dedmon property there in Shelby.
Several properties.
Yes.
Actually.
And they believed there was a connection between Asha Degree's disappearance and the Dedmon family.
Right.
This initial search warrant named members of the Dedmon family.
Yeah.
And it was including Roy Lee Dedmon, his wife Connie Dedmon, and their 3 daughters, which are Anna Lee Dedmon Ramirez, Lizzie Dedmon Foster, and Sarah Dedmon Caple.
Right.
And you know,
all 3, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, in September 2024, the authorities said for the first time that they believe Asha was killed at that. You know, that's what they said at that time.
Right. Yeah, that's the first time that they kind of hinted at that it wasn't just a missing case.
And they also hinted at the possibility that the Dedmon daughters may have played a role in this possible homicide.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, and the family all has still maintained that they're in no way connected to this.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. So as of today, February the 18th, they released the search warrant on this.
Yeah, there was actually executed on February 13th, which
Yes.
would have been last Thursday.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Valentine's Day was on Friday, so it would have been done on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. So as we record, this is Tuesday. So
just
5 days ago.
Yeah. Crazy, man. So what's going on with this is Lizzie Grace Dedmon Foster. We're just going to call her Lizzie Grace.
Yeah, because it gets confusing.
Yeah, Lizzie Grace. She is the oldest of these Dedmon girls.
Right.
And at the time of Asha's disappearance, Lizzie Grace was 16 years old.
Correct.
Yeah. And Sarah Dedmon, she was 15 years old.
Yeah, in 2000. Correct.
Yes, that's right. And the week after law enforcement searched the Dedmon property in September 24, there was a man that went to the sheriff's office.
Yes.
And he showed up there at the sheriff's office, and he had an interview with the investigators.
He did.
Yeah, and he said that he occasionally went to bars and house parties with the 3 Dedmon girls back in the mid-2000s.
Now, I'm going to have to guess and say that there was probably more house parties than bars, seeing how they was 15 and 16.
I would say house parties, yeah.
Now, you know, even, I guess 5 years later, if it was mid-2000s, then, you know, one of them would be close to 21, I guess.
Very possible.
So, I don't know that he ever specified, but that's what we're getting. So, anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure, you know, it's more house parties and parties. But, anyway.
Yep.
That's just me overthinking.
But I've heard it more as being a house party.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Now, this
we hear a whole lot of stuff here that we don't put out because we don't never know. But we try to vet everything. So, but anyway, we've heard this. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're keeping to what's known.
Correct.
Yes, there's a lot of speculation, but
we try to stay away from that.
But this man that went to the sheriff's office, he told officers that one time that he was at a house party with Lizzie Grace. This is the older one.
Correct.
And she was also there with her younger sister, the middle child, Sarah Caple.
Yeah.
And this man said that Lizzie Grace was visibly upset and intoxicated.
Right.
And he said at that point, Lizzie Grace said, "I killed Asha Degree." Yeah. And this man reported that Sarah Dedmon then became stern and told Lizzie Grace to shut the F up.
Yes. And this kind of goes with what we had heard, Donnie, because we had heard this a while back that this had happened, and that she had been drinking and got very emotional and was telling people this, and the other sister came in and shut it down and told her she needed to shut the F up right now.
Because you know how that liquor's going to do you. It's going
to get you sad, man. It's going to start making you think out loud.
And cause some loose lips.
Right.
Yeah.
So, this kind of lines up with what we had heard.
Yeah. And this man told investigators that Sarah Dedmon, her behavior sort of caught him off guard that night.
Yeah.
Because she's pretty normally to be calm and nice.
Right.
That was his words, calm and nice. And later, the man told investigators that he was confident in his memory and he was 100% positive.
100.
Yeah, 100.
Yes.
Positive of these moments of what happened.
Even so much, the man was later given a polygraph test and passed.
Yes, that's right.
Well, he was said to have passed.
Yep.
So even though they're not admissible in court, it's still evidence that he's providing this statement and volunteered to take his polygraph and passed it.
Anybody's willing to take a polygraph test. They're pretty confident in what they're saying.
Yeah.
So now, the search warrants that were issued on February the 13th of 2025, the investigators with the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office say that they believe there is evidence to indicate that Lizzie Grace Dedmon and Sarah Dedmon and Roy Lee Dedmon, they engaged in obstruction of justice in connection with Asha Degree's disappearance. Yep.
Man, that gives me chills.
I know, man. And it did not appear that the two women or their father had been arrested or charged.
As of today.
Yeah. As of February the 18th,
right,
today.
So nothing's happening on that degree that we've been told.
That's right. But the search warrants made public in September of 2024, they showed that investigators think Roy Dedmon's daughters were responsible or involved in Asha's disappearance in 2000, because the girls were ages 16 years old and younger at the time, and investigators believe there was some adult assistance from parents, Roy and Connie Dedmon, that would have been necessary in the execution and or concealment of that crime. This is what the sheriff's office says.
Right.
Now, Roy and Connie Dedmon, they were identified as suspects in Asha Degree's case back in 2024.
Correct.
Yeah. So months after Asha Degree went missing, her backpack was discovered up in Burke County.
Yes.
This was about 26 miles north of where she was last reportedly seen off of Highway 18.
Yes.
Now, this backpack, book bag, or whatever it was a backpack.
It was.
There were belongings that were wrapped in two sealed black plastic garbage bags.
Yeah, it was double bagged.
Yes.
Just to make it easier to say.
Yeah, but two of the items in the backpack returned some evidentiary results, man.
Yeah,
and
that pesky DNA.
That pesky DNA. Ooh.
Man, what's it called?
We need to call Keith Morrison, yeah. But this DNA linked to Anna Lee Dedmon and a man named Russell Underhill.
Correct.
Now, Anna Lee was 13 years old at the time when Asha Degree went missing in 2000. So that's how they got the connection between the Dedmons.
They found something in that book bag that connected them with DNA.
Yes.
It was like a hair in a shirt or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just for everybody who knows.
Now, in release of this search warrant that was released today, the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office, they authorized the seize of cell phones from Lizzie Grace and Sarah Dedmon.
And Roy.
Yes.
All three.
But before seizing the phones last week, this was on February the 13th.
Correct.
Law enforcement got a search warrant for Lizzie Grace's iCloud account.
Ooh.
This was back in October of 2024. And they reviewed several iMessages and included conversations of interest in the February search warrant. But the details in the search warrant focus particularly on Lizzie Grace's conversations with Sarah Dedmon, the middle sister.
And you know what they give us, I just wonder how much more they got, because a lot of this is just little snippets of conversations kind of out of context, but some of it's kind of damning,
Yeah, but the details in the search warrant focus particularly on Lizzie Grace's conversations with Sarah Dedmon.
Yes.
And Anna Lee Dedmon and Lizzie Grace's ex-husband.
Correct.
Yes. Now, in a message to her sister, Sarah Dedmon, she sent a text on September the 12th, 2024, and Lizzie Grace said she spoke to the family lawyer and said the theory is I did it. Accident. Covered it up.
Which kind of locally, that is the theory.
That is.
It's going along with, with these search warrants and all that stuff that come up, that's just the talk of the town.
But some of the text conversations laid out in the search warrant that investigators thought were noteworthy, the texts are written, and we're going to go over some of these right here.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is, it's just little things that have come out. So it's not like complete things, but it's very eye-opening.
Yes. So on September the 10th of 2024, the text that came out that day that they're releasing, this is from Sarah Dedmon to her older sister, Lizzie Grace.
Right.
And she said they think it's our shirt. It's not her shirt.
And that would be referring to the New Kids on the Block shirt that was found in the double bag backpack in Burke County.
Yes, that's right.
Correct.
And then Sarah Dedmon said to Lizzie Grace, her mom said it wasn't hers.
And that would be referring to Asha and Aquila.
Yeah, that's right.
Correct.
And then, again, Sarah Dedmon said to her older sister, Lizzie Grace, I don't remember that shirt. I'm scared, though. Daddy is probably going to be a huge suspect. Yeah.
So what I'm thinking here is all these warrants that came out, I think they were basically trying to see what these people were saying to each other right after these search warrants were dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Or right around that time. Because they want to know, is this an old shit moment, when they're like really getting into this and see what they're saying to each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they snuck in there and got the cloud and all that stuff before they took the phones.
Oh, yeah, smart boy.
Oh, brilliant. Okay,
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So the next day,
9/11.
on September 11th, 2024, the younger sister, Anna Lee Dedmon, she sent a text to Lizzie Grace. And she said, Lizzie, you don't need to be talking to anyone. I'm in a lawyer's office now.
Right.
Yep.
That would be Teddy.
David Teddy.
David Teddy's law office.
Yep. And Anna Lee Dedmon sent a text to Lizzie Grace.
Just another one. Right
Yep.
after.
She said they advised we should not talk to them.
Right, without representation.
That's right.
Correct. Which, that's probably smart.
Very smart. And then that same day on September the 11th, 2024, Lizzie Grace sent some text to her ex-husband.
Correct.
And we're going to go through these right here.
Okay.
Well, the first text was, this is going to get nothing but worse. And then she said to her ex-husband,
I'll tell you what, you read the hers and I'll read the husband, and you can just read them in a row.
okay,
Because there's like 4 from her, and then he replies, and then another one from her. So.
okay. Lizzie Grace said to her ex-husband, she said, this is going to get nothing but worse. I'm talking to my doctor at 5 to get something for my nerves. I'm just so worried. So worried. I mean, it's a nightmare. That's going to keep getting worse. I can see nothing good happening anytime soon, and I am an optimist.
Oh, no. I hate it for y'all. That would be the reply from the husband.
Yep. And then Lizzie Grace replied back, there is no way this is going to be okay. Wow.
I like how he just, oh, no, I hate it for y'all.
Yeah.
Kind of
Just
step back.
Leave me out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's, they're, no, I am not saying, I'm not sure of anything. Shut up.
Yeah,
Go ahead. We're just reading.
Yeah. But the next day on September the 12th of 2024, there were some texts exchanged. And this is from Lizzie Grace to Sarah Dedmon.
Correct.
And she said, I just talked to David Teddy, and this is the family's lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And the theory is I did it. Accident covered it up, like we mentioned before we started these text messages.
And Sarah goes, no. Then she says, why would it be you?
And then Lizzie Grace replied back, that's what he said.
So, like you're saying, that's what people are thinking.
Exactly, yeah. And then that same day on September the 12th, Lizzie Grace sent some text to her ex-husband.
Right.
And she said, I feel so horrible. So horrible. I don't know what to do. I caused this.
And he replies, no, you didn't! Exclamation point.
Whew. Yeah. So that same day, there was some more text exchange between Lizzie Grace and Sarah. And she said, hey, is everybody mad at me?
And Sarah replies, nobody is, Lizzie.
This is not your fault.
Correct.
So some time passed between texts, or they just didn't let all the text out.
Right, yeah. I'm sure this is just pieces.
So on September the 29th, Dale, there were a series of texts. This was between Lizzie Grace and Sarah Dedmon. And it starts out with Lizzie Grace texting Sarah Dedmon.
Correct. Okay.
And she starts out with, I'm just so anxious about, like, what's going on behind the scenes. And then she's saying, like, what are they doing now? What's going to happen to me since I wouldn't talk to them? And Lizzie Grace right here, Dale, she is referring to when she was approached by law enforcement back on September the 28th of 2024.
Correct.
Yep. And then Lizzie Grace goes on to say, I'm afraid it's going to get worse. Well, he told me it's going to.
I wonder who he is. I wonder if that's the lawyer or if that's dad.
I don't know.
It's hard to tell, isn't
I just want to know who the he is right there.
Right. And then Sarah goes, I know, girl, I'm a disaster. I think if they come at you again, you should just go and be compliant. That's what I'm planning on doing.
Wow. But Lizzie Grace comes back with, I think so too, honestly. I mean, I want to do what Dad says, but damn.
Ooh, dude, that right there. Then Sarah says, and maybe we should have let you do what you originally wanted to do.
I wonder what that was. But Lizzie Grace says, IDK, I don't know. I really don't know.
Right. You don't want something we do or say to impact him, but we also can't be living like this either. I mean, I told him I'm not going to do that.
Wow. But Lizzie Grace comes back with, right. Oh, you did? What did he say?
It's not like worth our mental health.
Right.
He was like, I'll call Teddy. We can go get a polygraph with the honest people.
Oh, okay.
I really just don't have it in me to go through what you have been through.
It's been hell.
Just hearing about your situation has made me a disaster. Hearing about it.
Yeah, all caps.
Yeah.
But Lizzie Grace says, I'm so sorry.
I just can't imagine going through that.
But y'all have dealt with other stuff that I haven't. I wonder what that is.
Well, that's probably all the search warrant and all that stuff going on in town here while she's living in Texas or whatever.
Very true.
Lizzie Grace lives in Texas.
Yeah, she moved to Texas.
Right.
Yeah. But now the authorities believe Asha Degree was pulled into a 1970s era green vehicle the night she went missing. But, they were looking for this 70s era green Ford Thunderbird or Lincoln Mark IV.
Yeah, something like that, right.
And at least one older vehicle or green vehicle was an AC Rambler. Then it was seized.
AMC.
Yeah, AMC Rambler. Thank you for correcting me.
No problem.
And it was seized from the property belonging to Roy Lee Dedmon back on September 2024.
Right, during all the big warrants. Remember?
Yeah, that's
brought
right.
it out on the rollback and made a big deal out of it.
But investigators say the seized vehicle was very similar in feature to the vehicle wanted in connection with Asha Degree. Yeah.
Now, to me, the Rambler didn't look anything like what they were looking for.
It was definitely
except for it was green.
It was an older car.
Right.
Yeah. It was older than the 70 Thunderbird and the 70 era Lincoln Mark IV.
Sure,
Yeah. This was a 60-something model.
The AMC Rambler was said to be driven around by Sarah about the same time that Asha went missing. Even though she was only 15, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's weird.
It is.
Yeah. But the family, they deny involvement in this case, man. Investigators think Roy Lee Dedmon and his family are in some way connected with or responsible for Asha's disappearance and believe death. But Roy Lee and his family, they deny having any knowledge of what happened to Asha, according to their lawyer, David Teddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are they going to say?
Yeah, the lawyer's going to do his job and stand up for
The lawyer's going
his...
to tell them to shut up. You don't know nothing. That's all you
right.
say.
Let me do the talking.
Right. I mean, I'm not, and just to put it out there, we're not saying either party is guilty. We don't know nothing. We don't know anything about these people as far as being guilty or not. We just spreading the gospel here.
That's right. Trying to...
We're just sharing the news with our listeners.
That's right. But, no human remains have been found on anything they've searched.
No.
No,
but there was crazy rumors going on back then, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
A lot of crazy rumors, but we're not here to spread rumors. We're just here to talk
right.
about the facts.
About what's going down.
That's right. But it's just crazy what's going on right now, and all this just come upon us today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said, his Roy's attorney back then kind of alluded to this Underhill guy that was riding around with them, might have been the one who knew what happened, but unfortunately he's dead.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, he died in 2004 under mysterious circumstances,
He did.
in my opinion.
Yeah, very suspicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
And depending on who you talk to, it was natural or not, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, it's kind of
my opinion.
Kind of weird.
Very.
Yeah. But no arrests have been made in the connection with Asha Degree's case.
No.
And it does not appear that anyone in the Dedmon family has been arrested or charged with any crimes as of today, February the 18th of 2025.
Correct.
So we're going to stay on top of this, man, and hopefully more will come out soon, and we'll know more.
Yeah. So what do you make of these text messages?
It's pretty damning, man. I mean, they're scared. I mean, they've got some stuff going on in their head.
Oh yeah. I mean, how could you not? I mean, I don't know, but
I mean, if they didn't have anything going on or they weren't involved, I would be like, what the heck is this? Why are they talking about us?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there's conversation in here, especially, you know, saying you should have done what you originally wanted to do.
Right. Now I wonder what that means.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there is a big one to me. That sentence.
Yeah, that is the crux of it all.
And you know, then talking about, you know, I just don't want to do something we say to impact him. You know, but we can't live like this. I mean, it's not worth our mental health. I mean, are they covering up something for Roy? I don't know, dude. It's just, and this is all speculation on my part. So this is separate from. I'm just reading parts back and thinking out loud. But I know, and we realize that a lot of this is out of context. We don't know what was said before, what was said afterwards. But I mean, god dang, dude.
Yeah, I know you can get text. I can get text from somebody and take it the wrong way, or it mean the wrong way, and
correct.
Not, you know, you're just reading words, and you're interpreting it in your mind. They mean this when it means that.
Correct.
Yeah.
You can emphasize it all you want, and it might not have nothing to do with anything. But these words here are, I don't know, man. There's something going on, and I don't know. Originally, you know, everybody's thinking it was the girls. Something happened with the girls, you know, but this thing here talking about daddy, I don't know, dude.
Yep. But that one sentence, and maybe we should have let you do what you originally wanted to do.
Now,
that has got me, bud.
That's got me, but then again, you don't know what she's referring to, so you don't know if it was 25 years ago, if it was September.
True. Very true.
You know what I mean? Or, I mean, last week, we don't know what she originally wanted to do. Did something happen? She wanted to tell it, and then they said no. Did she want to talk to law enforcement when they came and they said no? So it can go a lot of different ways, you know. So it's just, you have to be careful about speculation, I guess.
Yeah.
Because we don't know that much as far as what's going on.
They released some pretty damning stuff today.
Right. And I know most folks around here locally are, you know, devouring this information as quickly as it's coming out, but we also know that we have a pretty big listenership all over the world, and a lot of you don't get the local stuff coming out, so we try to pass on the information as quickly as we get it to you guys. So that's why we're doing a special bonus episode, if you want, you know, just to get this out there for everybody to know as it's dropping.
That's right. But yeah, I don't know what to make of all this. I'm still processing it in my mind.
Oh yeah, me too. We hadn't really had time. It's just like we read it, see what's going on, and then just run over here to let you guys know.
Hit the record button. We'll keep everybody informed on our social medias. Please keep a check on that, and we will come back when we know more or anything happens.
Right. I dropped some articles on the socials today, but I know a lot of people who are on our socials don't necessarily listen all the time, and a lot of people who listen all the time are not on our socials. So we're trying to keep everybody covered.
That's right.
Right.
All right, bud, we're going to get out of here, man.
All right, let's do it.
We want everyone to be safe. Please be careful and always be aware of your surroundings.
Because the next episode could be about you.
This is the Crack House Chronicles.